Welcome back, Dodecadorks. We're the 12-sided guys. We have Scott as Ornan.
At your service.
Sabrina as Sylvie.
Oh, hello.
Jordan as Mogram.
You're most welcome.
Matt as Guy.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
And me, Paul, as the guy who keeps getting surprised by the things these players do. I mean, seriously. For example, Scott, can people chat with us on our Discord server?
I mean, that's what I've heard.
Ah, you surprised me. I thought you'd say no. Or Jordan, what's our website?
I believe it is 12sidedguys.com.
Ah, surprised me again. I thought for sure it was 123fakewebsite.com.
Well, that too, but
which apparently, I mean, as of this recording, that's open. Somebody could buy that. If we wanted 123 fake,
we need to buy it and have it redirect to ours. Yeah.
That's actually kind of hilarious.
Okay, Sabrina.
Hit me with it, baby.
Ah, you got me. Surprised me again. Okay. Final one. Okay, final one. Matt, is becoming a patron on Patreon worth it?
Yes.
Ah, it is worth it. I'm just surprised you didn't say anything more silly. Anyway, if you always considered yourself a Tifa or an Eris/Aerith guy, but now you've learned that you're actually a Jesse guy, then this podcast is for you. It's Chorus of the Forsaken, episode 32.
That's blasphemous.
No, Jesse, all the way, man.
I love Jesse too. Okay, but no, Tifa wins every day of the week.
No, because
I think it's the hair. I was always jealous of Aunt Becky.
Jesse has more.
That was
personality.
an Uncle Jesse joke from Full House.
Oh. Yes. Jeez. Jesse has more personality than Tifa, hands down. So. Anyway.
They've made Tifa a much more sweet character in the remakes, and I really like it.
Jesse may have more character, but Tifa's got more boobs.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know.
Personality.
I feel like you guys are reading too hard into their characters here.
Oh my goodness. Well, welcome back to Via Severia in the city of Redlum, right outside of the Temple of Aona. Last time we were together, Guy had a date with a nun, and it went, I don't think, quite as well as Guy thought it would, or not necessarily as well, but it didn't go the way he thought it would.
It took a turn.
It definitely took a turn. After she confronted Guy after playing coy with him for a little bit, Guy broke the tension by sharing a joke from a shared vision way back in our first episode of this campaign.
Remember, it's not the joke, it's how Guy remembers the joke.
Yes. Whoops, sorry, I'm a mimic, or whatever you say. But after some conversation with Guy, Prelate Annelise felt guided and that she was being given a mission from Aona to go and put a stop to whatever foul deeds arose there in that basement crypt underneath the abandoned temple of Kelemvor, and that Guy was sent by Aona to aid her. After more conversation, it was revealed that she felt that the burning of heretics or witches or arcane magic users was over the top, and that she would actually help you break Evelyn out of the basement dungeon, saying that she would leave one of the doors unlocked for you to get into the now locked down Temple of Aona. On the other side of town, Mogram, Ornan, and Sylvie had a nice conversation with Danon, the dwarven druid, who has said that she will travel with you on the morrow, as well as Winston and Zephyr and Lillian, the three associates of the Silent Voice, arrived with some gifts, horses and riding dogs. There was a nice moment of you meeting your new mounts and naming them and getting to describe them. And then there was some downtime waiting to hear from Prelate Annelise. Everyone had a short rest, and then the message was sent to come to the eastern door of the temple, and Prelate Annelise would have it unlocked for you. You left the Oaken Throne after telling Danon that you would be leaving probably early in the morning and having Lillian and Zephyr meet you outside of town with your mounts. You wandered over to the Temple of Aona to see it surrounded by city guards, as well as Eleonora, the steward of the Baron, and Thaddeus Lightbringer, the Tormtar, the head paladin or cleric of Torm here in the city. Two people who are on the Baron's small council. Guards were arrayed in the front of the temple and on both sides, but on the east side, the side that Prelate Annelise said would be unlocked, you see a familiar face, Guardenia, who seems to be being shunned by her fellow guards, probably because of what she did in the central market a few hours before, namely the mini hinky punk who exploded, didn't cause any damage, but still some kind of arcane or esoteric power has made everyone very wary of her at this moment. And that...
They're overreacting. It was just a baby.
Well, that happens all the time, guys. Come on.
Well, that
Who
is
hasn't
where...
farted a hinky punk?
You couldn't prove that it came from anybody. It could have come from anywhere.
You know what? I had a lot of cheesecake the other day, and I had a little hinky punk in my...
Happens to the best of us.
Oh, my goodness. No, that is where we are at this moment. Let me describe kind of what is going on. You are at the Temple of Aona. If you recall from before, the north half of the building is this large stone edifice, large windows, flames glowing behind these windows at all times. Normally, the front door on the north side of the building is always open, but it is now shut. Portcullises are down, big oak doors are shut and locked. And then on the southern side of this building, it is smaller. It is the living quarters for the prelates and the acolytes of Aona. You can see that there are two doors, one on the east and one on the west. There's actually some other doors down here too, but one of them looks like it goes into a shed, and then the other one on the other side, on the west side, which you guys haven't really looked at, but it's very obviously some garderobes. It's the latrines. But you have lined up
the poop holes.
The poop holes, exactly. There is an iron fence that goes all the way around this whole temple complex, and you are currently standing at the fence gate on the east side, about 40 feet from the door that is supposed to be unlocked, standing next to Guardenia. It is nighttime. The rain is pouring down at this point. You are all soaked to the bone. And what are you going to do?
All right, how do we get in and how do we sneak around while we're in there? I can make two of us invisible if we need to.
I call dibs.
Well, I can turn myself into a priest or something. Make myself look like one of them.
I don't exactly have very many options for disguising myself.
We have the yellow coat.
I have a yellow coat. Of course, the yellow coat.
Oh my gosh.
I think everyone knows that's your color now, though. That's the problem.
'Tis one of the sacred relics Brother Maynard carries. Brother Maynard, bringeth forth the yellow coat. I'm sorry, I'm punchy. It's late.
There's a gap here before we get to the door. I could send some people between and then approach invisible with the other, if that's what we want to do. Or do we want to recruit Guardenia to help us? Hey, Guardenia. We're right here next to her. Hey, Guardenia. Do we want to recruit Guardenia to help us kind of avoid the eyes of the guards?
Perhaps that would not be a bad idea.
I'm sure Guardenia would be down to create a distraction or anything we needed. She seems like that kind of bro.
Also, sending Prancival around to be cute also worked really well as a distraction earlier this evening.
Interesting. I think perhaps a distraction of some sort might not be a bad idea, but I'm not sure exactly what that could look like.
I mean, Guardenia would definitely agree to help you guys out. Like,
Perhaps what if we were to set the building on fire on a separate side of the building?
Fitting for the
How
Temple
hard
of
is it to
Aona.
light stone on fire?
With the right kind of chemicals, it's possible to get a little something going. The stone doesn't burn, but the chemicals do.
it reminds me of like Winston and New Girl, who's always going like too hard on the pranks. Like everybody else is doing low key pranks, and he's just burning buildings down.
It's like either one extreme. It's like we'll put a feather in the shoe, and that's it. That's the prank.
Well, isn't he the one that became a cop later too?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The feather in the shoe, though, that was.
So I'm just going to point this out. It sounds like we know that Sylvie can change her shape. Mogram and Ornan can change his shape, and then Mogram has no way of getting into the temple in disguise. It sounds like.
Right. So I was gonna suggest, Sylvia, do you have any more in you where you can disguise yourself as somebody else?
I've got a few more in me.
Because if I can make myself and Mogram invisible, we could follow behind. And Mogram, you won't be able to see me, so we're going to have to hold hands if we want to stay together.
Ornan
that's super.
instantly gets jealous.
That's so lame. Why would I want to hold anybody's hand? I don't like to hold hands. Trying not to make eye contact with Ornan right now.
Oh my gosh, that's so
you
funny.
can hold my cloak. That's fine. You can just follow me around.
Are we not talking about holding hands anymore? That's fine.
I mean, it's fine with me. I don't even care. Whatever. I don't need to hold hands.
Mogram, you sound a little salty. Did you
I'm
get
not
rejected?
salty.
Did you get rejected by a woman you were very interested in earlier today?
No.
Wait, so she said no when you asked her to step on your neck?
I took it more of a not yet kind of answer. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, no, I understand. Play the long game.
That's right. Keep them wanting it,
Oh my god, that was like Tommy Wiseau.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Guardenia.
I did not hit her. I did not. All right. Sorry. Distracting us here.
Don't apologize. I think we're all very nervous to kick this off.
I know. I'm just like, okay, well, Gardenia's here. I don't control Guardenia anymore, so you guys can just do what you want to do.
So we're going to step back, and Mogram, I'm going to turn invisible with you. Sound good?
Okay.
We are now both invisible, and I'm concentrating on the spell disappear.
Nice. Okay. And then Sylvie, it looks like you cast Disguise Self. What are you going to make yourself look like this time?
I'm going to make myself as big as possible.
So 1 foot bigger, so like dwarf size.
Yep, and just as big, because I think last time I did halfling, so I'm going to be the thickest dwarf I can be. Big, thick beard. Like, I'm going to do everything I can to not look like I did previously.
My lord, she's thick. Look at that thick dwarf.
Exactly.
How are you going to be dressed? Are you going to be dressed as an acolyte of Aona again?
Honestly, I don't know if that's the best idea. What are we doing with Ornan? What are you doing?
Not an acolyte. He's going to make him look like one of the Vantorians.
Can I look like your accompanying homeboy?
Well, my goal is actually not the Vantorian. I want to look like their guardian. I want to make myself like match the armor of like the guardian Vantorian.
Oh, like the
guys.
warden, the Navorian warden. Oh,
the Navorian
gotcha. The ones
warden.
who
Yes,
the ones who hang out with the spellcasters. Yeah.
Yes.
Can I look like your scribe of some sort or something like that? Like your page, really thick page.
Oh, just the thickest page. My idea is that I could walk in
like
as
one of those
the
like
warden.
one of those board books. The page is so thick it's like a board book that kids use. Yeah.
We know why you chose him to be your page.
Thick boy.
Just like the Greeks of old, you're like, yes, I'll take that page, boy. Yes.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Oh no.
I don't like that at all. Oh, history. Why do you got to be so dark?
Every bit of history is just as dark.
Yes.
So are you saying that you would be like with the warden and Sylvie so that she could have magic would look like the wizard class or not?
My plan is that if I go in as dressed as one of these warden folks, I could tell everybody that we're going to convert her into one of the one of the Navorians and just kind of pick her up and just walk away with her.
Tell him we're going to take her in for some sharp questioning.
Yeah, just convert her over to the ways and use her evil, vile magics to work for Aona. And then just walk out.
I think that's a good plan if we get caught, but I still think we should try to be unseen or at least ignored if possible.
Oh, of course. Yes, I agree with that.
Well, then I suppose I could dress the same, and I'll let you take the lead, since clearly you're better at this disguise stuff than I am. But that way, if any magic does happen, it'll look a little bit less suspect.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Here, let me just pull my nose out, make it a little more bulbous, and let's do this with my hair, and I'll start ruffling things, and I'm going to make myself
a little bit longer.
Wait, we need to let Guardenia know that we want her to make a distraction for us before we look like who we're like people that we're not.
Oh, well, I'm in the middle of this. Why don't you go ahead and do that?
Hey, what's all this then?
What's all this? What's all this? I'm doing exactly what you guys said you're doing.
No. Oh, hey, Guardenia. I recognized it was you by the way you talked like an English cop. A copper, as they say.
That is my gimmick. What are you guys doing here? Like, you guys breaking into the temple again. Was that you earlier?
But breaking it? No. Actually, I'm invisible already.
Well, of course it was. Of course it was us. Well, I mean, not me personally, but, us in the general, like, we're a group sort of way.
Well, I hope you know that cost me a lot. I kind of recognized Sylvie running away, and your girl got kind of caught for having a little bit of her own magic. So I hope that whatever you guys are doing is worth it.
There's a 16-year-old girl set to burn, and we mean to bring her out.
Well, that does sound pretty important, but I'm a 30-year-old girl and I don't want to burn. So, next time try not to make me too complicit in your plans. Speaking of, what are you guys doing?
Oh, a little bit of this shenanigans. We're dressing as other people and waltzing right in.
Yeah, do you think you could make some kind of a distraction so we're not seen as we travel over to this door here?
Yeah, I could do that. Okay.
While Guardenia's doing that, I will already go over to the door just to kind of check it to see if it's locked.
You walk over to the door and you kind of push on it a little bit. Yeah, you feel that as you push, you feel it give a little bit. It seems like the latch is not down. There's probably a bar of some kind behind the door that has been lifted, so you can push the door open.
Perfect. I'll give a thumbs up that nobody can see.
Are you doing that right now too, that none of us can see?
Yep.
Okay. So we've got Sylvie has shape changed into look like a warden of some kind. Ornan has shape changed into a warden of some kind. We have Magram, who is invisible, and Guy, who is invisible, and Guardenia is running interference. As Guardenia goes to talk with some of the fellow guards and put them a little bit more on edge, you all start sneaking up to the door. Looks like, Guy, you opened the door?
I opened the door.
As you open the door, you can see that it opens up into this hallway that stretches from one end of the building to the other. This is the hallway that a couple episodes ago, Sylvie was randomly opening doors as she was running for her life. You see...
I was strategically opening the doors that I saw in front of me, counting off each room to make sure there wasn't a hostage situation happening. Thank you.
Sounds pretty reasonable to me.
As you open this door, you can see the hallway has 3 figures in it. Closest to you, you see Prelate Annelise. She is standing in the hallway. She has a mace in her hand, and she is looking left and right as the door opens. You can also see at the far end of the hall, next to the eastern or the western door, you can see 2 of these Hemnolite temple acolytes are there. They each have a club in their hand as well, and it looks like they are waiting for any kind of trouble. But Annelise is looking around. As you enter in as well, as you open the door, you can see that Prelate Annelise is standing very close to that door that Sylvie opened, that opens up into the women's dormitory, where all the trouble started. And you see there are other doors along the hallway. But Prelate Annelise, as soon as the door opens, she looks over quickly towards the door and sees 2 wardens standing at the door. She looks taken aback, and she is going to make a check.
Ornan's going to step into the room. I can't see Guy, so I'm just going to walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Guy will follow right behind you as if
I'm holding on to Guy's, like his pocket turned inside out.
Sylvie's going to try to step up on Ornan, but then just kind of bump in and then try to casually pretend like she didn't just run into Mogram and then just stand a little bit back.
For some reason, there's 10 feet in between these 2 wardens as you guys come walking in. So Prelate Annelise looks at these 2 wardens coming in, and she's got her mace in her hand. She kind of raises it up a little bit, and she sets it down. She's like, brother and sister, please come in and lock the door behind you. I can't believe that door was unlocked. And she moves down the hall to move past you to go lock the door as you guys come in.
Yes. Locked. Yep, it should be locked.
I'll take care of it. And then Sylvie will make a big show of locking it and just jiggling the door to make sure it's shut. Yep, nope, looks like it's locked shut. Mogram, you were supposed to move in before me.
Yeah, Mogram's got his hand on Guy's butt. So he's wherever Guy goes,
right
Mogram is going.
Guy.
All right. So then you lock the door behind you, Sylvie. Prelate Annelise says, Prelate Lucius is in the front, and Archprelate Oswald is down in the sub-basement. We are, of course, on high alert. If you would follow me, I'll take you to.
No, wait a minute, miss. I'm Warden Underbelly, and a friend of mine sent me here to look for you. Said you could help me find a little lady that maybe perhaps could become a Navorian and walk out with us.
She squints her eyes and looks at you. And this time, as she does another investigation check, she sees through your illusion. I'm guessing she does. What's your spellcraft or your spell difficulty for this spell?
Let's see. I'm not a spellcaster, so I don't
Correct.
know this.
Your spell save DC.
It's probably like a 10, I would assume, because it's not like. So if we go wisdom, it's 0. If we go intelligence, it's -1. If we go charisma, it's +1.
I would go with
0
wisdom.
then is fair.
I think 0 is a fair one.
no.
So
Well, if it's plus your proficiency, our proficiency is 3, so it's actually 11.
Oh, so the proficiency modifier.
8 plus your proficiency. So spell attack is 8, I believe, plus your proficiency.
But the spell
plus
save
your ability
is,
score.
So it'd be 8 plus 3 plus 0. It'd be 11. So
2
regardless,
plus 1.
She rolled a natural 14. So she sees through it, and she can see that this is a glamour of some kind. She kind of squints and she says, she kind of looks behind her at these acolytes that down at the other end of the hall. She's like, are you with Ross Lacrosse?
I'm going to put my hand on the back of your head. I'm going to put the hand on your back because you never heard that name, did you?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
I'm going to put my hand on the back of your head and I'm going to move it up and like back and forth like you're nodding.
Oh.
Sylvie's super glad she's 10 feet back, so she's like snorting into her leg glove.
So
Yes, Mr. Lacrosse, dear old friend of mine.
So Prelate Annelise then looks a little skeptical.
I must say though, they were on a break. You know.
Break. Jeez.
She says, is Ross here?
Well, I didn't know the name he used. He was the one nodding my head.
What? He's here? She kind of looks around.
We had a few things we could do to make us a little quieter coming through. So well, let's get a move on.
Man, this guy is not great about lying.
He's not lying at all. All right. I made a little luck check for you guys. So you are using magic here in the Temple of Aona again.
Yep.
But lucky for you.
Sure am.
Lucky for you. That she just kind of looks down at you, Ornan, and she says, I I hope you understand that I have done what I can. And she looks around. She's like, these are my brothers and my sisters. I can do no more. But in the basement, you'll find a staircase leading to the sub-basement. Just be wary. There are others down there. Everyone here is on high alert. Everyone here is scared for their lives. Everyone here is worried that the Baron's men are going to come and kick down the door and hold us all on trial for what happened today in the Central Market.
What happened in the market?
What happened in the market was a guard was killed. Now, many of my brothers and sisters and many adherents of Aona were also killed in their zealousness to chase down someone who had defiled our temple. But regardless, a guard was killed. The followers of Aona did not follow the commands of the guards. And because of this, we are now all under suspicion. So just be wary. And then she kind of starts moving down the hall. As you recall, this hall that you're in right now that runs east and west, there's another hall that runs north and south. And as you get to the north part of it, it opens up. There's a double door that leads into the main kind of chapel area, the more worship center. But there's one door on the right and 2 doors on the left. And the furthest north door on the left leads to the storage room that has the staircase that leads into the basement.
I will kind of steer Ornan as we walk past. And as we turn to go past Annelise, I'll just...
Let Guy take the wheel.
I'm just like putting my hand on your shoulder and kind of like just giving you little twists, almost like, like a good leader in a ballroom dance.
Like Ratatouille.
Yeah, like I'm Ratatouille you.
Like
Ratatouille.
I'm Ratatouille.
As we pass by Annelise, though, I will whisper quietly and I'll just say, "Thank you."
She kind of holds up a hand for you to stop, and she says, "Where should I meet you when this is all done?"
Damn it, we didn't decide.
Oh gosh, let me get back to you, girl. I'll text you in the morning.
Gonna leave you on red.
Perhaps,
BRB, gotta go to the bathroom. You take the check.
perhaps we could have a message sent to her. Guy, do you have her name written?
I don't. I didn't think that was a good topic to broach on a date where I had no idea if she wanted to burn me or not.
She looks around and she says, "I will be in touch. Just go. Anyone can make a perception check if they want to.
I can speak telepathically as long as I can see the person.
When did you... What? How long have you been able to do this?
I've always been able to do that.
What? Since? And you just now told us?
Is that a spell?
And she told us in our heads, too.
Oh my gosh.
Wait a minute. Those intrusive thoughts. They weren't me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, my diary
I
writing.
can speak telepathically to any creature I can see within 60 feet in any language that I know.
What? Is this how we know what Margram's been writing?
And you can cast detect thoughts requiring no spell slot or components. But I can only do it once per long rest.
That's
I feel so
amazing.
Oh,
exposed.
sorry, guys.
Is that the telepathic feat?
I didn't realize we weren't all listening to each other's thoughts, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm telepathic.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez. Okay.
All right. Okay, so what did everyone get for their perception checks?
Oh, hell yeah. Guy got a 19.
Ornan got a 5.
Magram with his sentinel shield out and concealed, he got a 20.
So we got 9.
Dude, your advantage on perception's finally paying off.
I know, right?
Woo! You see as you guys are moving past Prelate Annelise, you can see tucked into a corner. This is just Guy and Victor and Magram. I mean, you can see that there is a little bag kind of stowed over on the side, like a traveler's backpack, and you can see that Prelate Annelise, she's got a cloak on, ready for nasty weather, similar to what she had on earlier on your date, Guy. But it looks like she is also packed up and ready to leave. All right, you guys move past her, as she says that she will be in touch. And you move into the door on the left-hand side of the hall and into a storage room. You can see boxes. You can see shelves with bread and food on them. You can see other various sundry items. I think I used that
The
word,
kind of
right?
rations we'll need on our long trip.
And I'm going to do this. We're going to... Ding.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, the room is dark. There's no candle or anything in here.
Good thing you're holding onto my cloak.
I mean, I can cast an illusion if we need like just light, but
Okay.
I feel like
Ornan and
casting
Sylvie,
spells
you know?
just
here is
found
bad.
out you can speak telepathically to any of us.
only when I can see you, and I also just read your thoughts on occasion. Don't worry about it.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh, you guys are
I
so
feel
funny.
so exposed.
You're invisible and you feel exposed.
Margrim, honestly,
you could be-
you're
you
sort of
could
the
be-
least surprising of the thoughts.
That's fair.
Margrim, you're completely invisible. You could be buck naked and not be exposed right now.
How did you know that I am buck naked right now?
Fun story, I actually played a monk who had a hat of disguise, so he technically didn't need to wear any clothes because he always just looked like he was wearing clothes. So canonically, he was walking around naked a lot.
That's
All
amazing.
right, you guys, I want you guys to all scroll down a little bit because you all moved down through. You guys open up the hatch in the storage room, go down the staircase into another cellar storage room that Guy would remember. It looks well traveled. As you move down out of that room, you can see the hallway that heads south past the bath. You can see that the flames are still lit, lighting up that room. You can see that there is still steam coming up. Stop right there. You can see that there is still steam coming up off of the water. And as you move down the hallway,
Are the dudes finally taking their turn in the bath?
there is nobody down here that you can see. Ornan, as you approach, because you're leading the way, it goes Ornan, Guy, Magram, and then Sylvie. That has been the marching order. Ornan, you are the first to come to the end of the hall. It opens up. You can see down at the end of the hall, it opens up into like this kind of worship room. There is an altar at the far end. You can see this statue of Aona holding up two flames. There's like a ceremonial dagger or sword on the front, or a scepter, I think, on the altar in front of it. You can see that there are like some plants and bushes. You can see there on the one wall there is this font where you can actually like wash your hands to cleanse yourself. On the west side of the room there is an archway that opens up into a small hall. Ornan, make a perception check as you are leading the way.
Cool. I'm so good at these. Ornan got an 8.
Okay, Ornan, take 5 more feet of movement, and you hear a voice from the west call out, "Halt! What are you doing down here, Warden?"
Oh,
You see down the hallway on the west side, you can see that there is a Vantorian, one of these crusaders, these inquisitors, the ones who Ornan, you were once a part of them. They have tattoos on their faces of flames. They hunt sort of the wild beasts and monstrous creatures out in the wilds. You see that there is a man with the tattoos on his face standing in the hallway to the west, and in the east, inside of this small sanctuary, you can see that there is a woman Vantorian standing there. Also, on the other side of the Vantorian woman, on the far eastern wall, you see there is a door with a big, sturdy lock on it. But the man on the west, he called out and asked, "What are you doing down here, Warden?"
Excuse me, Vantorian. I'm been instructed to go and collect some of the people in the cells, because we're going to rightly turn them into Navorians.
Very convincing, this.
I'm going to make 2 rolls, and you are going to make 1
Can I make a
deception check. Yes,
deception?
100% you can.
Okay. I get advantage on deception because of one of my class feats.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I got a 13. Not
That's
great.
okay. The guy who called out down the hall, he kind of nods and goes, "Oh, well, that makes sense." And then the woman is like, "Wait a minute.
No, it doesn't.
That makes no sense." She's like, "No, you are not to be down here." The archprelate spoke and said, "No one is to get past us." They are now each going to take a more thorough look at you, Ornan. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
There go my
jeez.
2 good rolls of the night.
Get those
man.
nat 20s out of the way so that,
That
if it comes to blows.
That was 2 natural 20s as they see through your glamour, and we are going to roll initiative.
Oh, jeez. This is not going to be quiet.
I'd sure hate to have to bonk you. Didn't have to come to this.
It always comes to this.
It always does.
Ornan got a 14.
Okay.
Malcolm got a 12.
Sylvie got an 8.
And Guy got a 7.
Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and get this ordered. Okay. First up, we have the male Vantorian, the one on the west who is in the hallway. He draws a sword, a long sword and a short sword, and he rushes towards you, Ornan. There are 3 attacks coming at you, Ornan. We have got, with the long sword, we've got a 13 and a 22.
The 22 will hit.
Okay, that's going to be max damage, 11. With the short sword,
Is it magical or is it?
it's not magical. With the short sword, that's going to be a 20.
20 to hit?
Yep,
Yeah, that will hit.
that's going to be 7 damage.
Magical?
Nope.
Cool.
All right. That is the male Vantorian's turn. And now with an initiative of 16, it is the female Vantorian's turn. She comes rushing in, and she is going to take 3 attacks at you as well. 2 with the long sword, a natural 20,
Oh, geez.
and a
Oh,
16.
jeez.
Okay.
So 1 hit, and that's going to be... What the heck? Oh my gosh.
Paul, stop rolling.
Whoa.
Let Jordan roll for you,
That is
please.
gonna be
Yeah,
eight-
seriously, dude. What the heck?
That is going to be 18 damage with 1 swing. And then, and that's not magical. And then with the short sword, that is going to be a 15.
That will miss.
And that is their turn.
How
That
you
brings us
looking?
now. Ornan, it is now your turn.
I'm not
can
not
you
done
make
half
a-
yet.
Okay. Can you make
That's right. You keep removing 3 from each attack, huh?
Yeah.
So I need you to make 4 concentration checks.
Yeah. An 8.
Okay, it's already gone. It's already gone.
A 20.
Suddenly, your glamour disappears, and Ornan is standing there in between these 2 Vantorians, your one-time, brethren, basically. But here you are. They are very, very close to you, and it is your turn. What are you going to do?
I'm going to say, you got me. I'm not supposed to be here. And then I'm going to stab at each of them once.
Wait, are you naked again, or is that just your?
That's between me and Aona. And I guess everyone in the room. No, I'm in my clothes.
All
So
right.
I'm going to attack against the guy on the left first for a 17 to hit,
That will barely hit, yeah.
dealing 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I will attack the one on the right, the woman on the right, for that missed, for a 12 to hit.
That will miss.
And I'm gonna take, knowing that Guy is the one right behind me, I'm gonna take. Actually, no, I'm gonna stay there because Guy should be able to hit them from there.
Okay.
Well, no, I will take one.
Well, I can
Yep.
move through, or I could just, box jump over you.
Okay, I'll stay there then. I'll stay right where I'm at.
All right. Well, that brings us now to Invisible Magram.
Oh, gorsh, Mickey. I mean, do we just get this party started? Yeah, I guess we do.
I think
huh?
you may be late to the party.
I am, probably.
I
okay.
think Guy kicked it off by being too honest again.
I said
think-
nothing.
Oh, sorry, not Guy. Ornan.
Yeah,
Ornan's
that
the one
was
who's
too
too
honest.
honest. Sorry.
That Guy
He
tells
is-
the truth.
He's a good liar.
I was actually going to suggest right before this, I was going to suggest, why don't I stand right behind you and I do the talking and you just make sure your visor is down so that they don't know it's coming from me behind my metal visor and not you behind your metal visor.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
You know what I'm going to do? Just from right here, I'm going to reach inside my vest pocket and pull out my symbol of Kelemvor and activate that. Activate it to have Kelemvor swirling ether spring up.
Ooh, that's 15-foot radius. Nice. There is this this aura around you. I'm imagining that you include all of your allies as being safe in there.
Yes.
But it is now swirling around you, and on their turns, they will start to take damage if they stay within it.
Yep.
That also makes you lose invisibility.
Yeah, I figure at this point, it's probably just going to be a lost cause trying to stay invisible.
Yeah. Okay. Magram, that was your turn. Are you going to move, or are you going to stay put?
I mean, I just will hang out right here.
Okay. Sylvie, it is your turn. You are at the back of the hall. You've got you got Magram in front of you, and then you got Invisible Guy, and you have Ornan kind of bottlenecking the entryway into this small chamber, this small chapel.
We're kind of cat's out of the bag at this point. So,
and from where you're standing, you can't even see the people who are attacking Ornan.
Oh, perfect. Sylvie is going to cast Spider Climb and climb onto the ceiling like a little freaky demon girl in the ring, head spinning.
Okay.
Perfect if they can't even see me. I'm hoping that I can just hide up there and crawl along the ceiling until need be.
You said that the ceilings are pretty high down here, right?
They are pretty high, yeah. They're definitely higher than you would expect in a basement. They're probably like 12 feet high. So here's my question for you, Sylvie. Is that concentration for Spider Climb?
It is, so I'm going to lose my disguise.
Okay. All right, then time to get your token out as well.
But you said it's a little too late, guys, so I'm going with it.
Hey, guys, our plan made it through one conversation.
All right, so Sylvie, you are up on the ceiling. And Guy, it is your turn. You are still invisible.
I am still invisible. I'm going to go ahead and move past Ornan. So that's 10 feet. And then I'm going to just circle around the Navorians to get to the back corner here by this.
You mean the Vantorians?
Vantorians, yes. To get to the back corner, like the far east corner of the room, by a door there in that chapel where I had seen the Navorian worshipping before.
The thing that made you turn around and run away scared, yes.
I wasn't scared. And then I'm going to go ahead, from invisibility, I'm going to unleash some arcane bursts at the one closest to me, so that would be the woman.
Yes.
And the first one should have advantage because I'm invisible.
It should.
So here comes a blue orb. Oopties. And then the second one, the Amber Crow, will also launch. I'm rolling them both, and let's check how I did. Okay, a 19 on the first one.
Yes, that'll hit.
That does 9 force damage, and then a 21 on the second one should hit as well, which does 8 force damage.
Okay, nice.
And I'm now visible.
Very good. All right, and that leads us now to their turn again. So we have first off, we have the male Vantorian with his initiative 17. He is going to attack. He is blocked in here by Ornan, so he is going to just attack 3 times.
He'll take that swirling ether damage.
Okay, so he has to make a wisdom save. And what is the difficulty?
It's a 15.
15, and he rolled a 15 with a +0, so he made it. Barely. So half damage.
Half damage is 13 halved to 6.
Okay. All right, and then we've got 2 longsword attacks coming at Ornan. That's going to be a 12 or a 15. Both of those will miss. And then the short sword attack is another 12. Okay.
I'm down here.
His turn is up. Now we have the Vantorian woman, and we'll see what she does on her initiative 16. I'm going to roll odds or evens, and we are going odds. She is going to glance back at you, Guy, but she is going to keep attacking at Ornan. We have got 2 longsword attacks. We've got a 21 and then a 9. So 21 will hit.
Yep.
Dealing 5 damage.
Okay, I'll take
non-magical.
3.
And then a short sword attack is a 22. Dealing 9 damage, non-magical.
Cool. I'm less than half now.
Dude, they've been chipping away at you quick.
Yeah. All right, Ornan, though, it is your turn now.
All right, well, my turn. I'm gonna strike at the guy for a nat 20. A crit.
That will hit.
Nice.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Dealing, 9 piercing and then an additional 8 crit.
Oh gosh, nice.
So 17 damage on that hit.
And he starts bleeding from multiple wounds.
And then, what was that?
He's
Sorry,
bleeding.
I just realized we didn't do ether damage for the other Vantorian.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let me see if she makes it. She rolled a 14. So
And
she'll
she had
take
a
+0.
+0.
+0.
Okay, cool. That'll be really quickly. Sorry,
No, that's
16 radiant damage.
nice. She is now bleeding as well.
I'll strike with my second attack against the same guy for an 18 to hit,
That will hit.
dealing another 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pull out my mycelium mead and take a quick swig, giving myself back 8 hit points.
Oh, fantastic. Very good.
All right, let's keep this going.
All right. Mogram, you are up. As you stand back in the hallway, can you even see them? You can see just the edge of them. You can tell that there's people there, but you can't make out faces.
I'm going to walk forward a little bit. I know that kind of brings me into threat range, but I'm going to use a bandage, an analgesic and basic medical kit bandage, level 2, on Ornan, and heal him for what? 8 healing.
All right, I'll take it. I appreciate it.
That's stupid. Yeah, that's, I think, all I can do, actually.
All right. Well, then, Sylvie, you are skittering around on the ceiling. Ornan, just real quick before I go too much further, you can see, Ornan, that where the hallway that goes further to the west is, that this male Ventorian was standing in. You can see that on either side of the hallway, there are these cell doors. They are thick and oak, and they are banded with iron. And you can see that down at the very far end of the hall, there's another one of these wash basin things where you can wash your hands. It looks like there's a staircase that goes further down there at the very far end of the hall. But now it is Sylvie's turn. Sylvie, what are you going to do?
Sylvie's going to kind of climb forward so she is over Ornan, and is going to do a poison spray at the woman on the north, south, east.
Yeah, east side, yeah. Okay, so what does she have to do?
So it is a Constitution 15.
And that is going to be... Oh, she rolled a natural 18.
Oh, heck. Okay.
So is that a cantrip?
Yes.
Then no damage.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else you want to do?
Now I'm just chilling on the ceiling.
Okay.
Honestly, I think next move I'm just going to use Minor Illusion and have my head spin around a little bit, just kind of freak him out.
All right. Well, Guy, it is now your turn. You see that these Ventorians have taken a beating, but they are still standing.
And who looks in worse condition? About the same.
The man is hurting worse than the woman.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and still do 2 arcane bursts at the woman, just because it makes more sense. She's the one closest to me. For the blue orb is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
For 9 more force damage.
Okay.
And then the amber crow is only a 9 to hit.
That will miss. Anything else that you would like to do?
I'm actually going to... No, I'll stay where I'm at. I'm going to stay where I'm at.
Okay. It is now their turn again. The male Ventorian, he can either...
swirling ether damage?
Yes, that's a very good point. That's a 4,
Sorry, I'm going to be a
take full
stickler
damage.
on this one.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a 3rd level spell, so you want to get your use out of it. So he rolled a 4 for his wisdom save.
Gosh, only 7 damage.
What?
Yeah, why? How come when you roll, Paul, you get like 20s and stuff?
I don't think you rolled how many d8s at this point, and none of them have been over 3.
Seriously.
Okay.
So he'll take all of that 7 damage.
He'll take all 7 damage, yes. All right, so this Ventorian, who has been taking a beating, he can either attack Ornan or he can try to hit Sylvie with disadvantage.
He's going to jump up and hit 15 feet in the air.
12 feet in the air.
He's like a teenage boy trying to slap the signs. He's like, hell yeah, and he's trying to stab me with his knife.
So with disadvantage, he can try to jump up and hit Sylvie, or he can go for Ornan. So we're going to say it's a 1 is going to go for Sylvie, and a 2 or a 3 is going to go for Ornan. That's going to be Sylvie. This guy is jumping in the air. He's going to try to hit you with a longsword.
Come at
the first
me, bro.
attack is an 8. The second attack is a 17.
Ooh, 17 will hit.
That's going to be 6 damage. You need to make a concentration save, difficulty 10. Otherwise, you come crashing to the floor.
I'll catch you.
All right, that was a 21. So
Oh, nice.
Okay.
we're good on
And then
that.
jumping up with the short sword, that is going to be a 13.
Wait, that'll just. Or wait, do I have anything on me that's doing anything? What's this?
Did
you
you
have
do
your
your
mage
mage
armor,
armor?
the mage armor, but I don't know if you activated it. You never said you did. So.
Yeah, I never said I did, so I guess I didn't. So then, yes, that will hit.
Oh no! That's only going to be another 6 damage, and you're going to need to make one more concentration check.
Come on, baby. That is only a 7.
Oh no!
Okay, you're going to come falling to the ground,
Oof.
and you're going to take 5 bludgeoning damage as you hit the
Oh,
ground.
man. Ouch.
Sylvie is not looking great. Okay, it is now. Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna have Sylvie and Ornan both make acrobatics checks. Actually, acrobatic or athletics checks to see if you can land on your feet if you're still standing. So we'll set the difficulty at how much damage did you take? Oh gosh.
Ornan got a nat 1 for an 8.
Jesus Christ, Paul! I think you're cheating.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Sylvie, you're standing over Ornan. You literally described it as that. Suddenly you come crashing on top of him and you both go prone.
Do you guys
And it
remember
is
2
no-
episodes ago when we took out a whole bunch of Inquisitors in one fight?
You didn't fight any Ventorians though. We're gonna roll these. So odds it's going for Ornan, evens it's going for Sylvie. We're gonna roll each attack individually. So we've got one coming for Ornan, another one coming for Ornan, and one coming for Sylvie. So we've got the 2 longsword attacks now with advantage coming at Ornan. So the first attack is going to be only a 10. The second longsword attack.
those were
is-
D8s.
Oh, those are the damage.
Oh,
You're
gosh.
rolling.
Okay.
Oh, dang.
He's preemptively rolling damage for us.
It kind of was. Okay, so here, the first attack with the longsword coming at Ornan is going to be a crit.
Oh
Hold
no!
on, hold on, hold on.
Cool. I've got something I can do as well.
Oh wait,
Wait.
She's got to take damage first. She's got to make her wisdom save first, and she
She
failed.
does.
How much
Okay,
damage does
so-
she take? Because this could change the whole thing.
She'll take 9 damage.
Okay, does
But-
not change the whole thing.
But I have something for that crit. Sentinel at Death's Door with a flash of light, kind of a spirit guardian out of Mogram shoots forward, and whenever a creature is going to be hit with a critical hit, as a reaction, if they're within 30 feet of me, I can turn that hit into a normal hit, and any effects triggered by the critical are canceled.
I was going
Oh
to make
my
her crit
goodness.
on her friend, but this works too.
Yeah, let's crit on the friend.
Which one are you doing? I guess Mogram already said he's going to do it, so we're
Yeah, it's
already
fine.
going to do it. So here's a regular hit
Sorry.
against you, and that's going to
Don't
be
worry.
11 damage.
Okay.
And then the second attack with advantage, with the longsword coming at you, Ornan, is going to be a 22.
Okay.
And that is going to be 8 damage.
All right.
And then with advantage at Sylvie, with the short sword, that is going to be, it's going to hit. It's going to be a 21, and that is going to deal 8 damage to you, Sylvie.
Dude, you're literally the worst human.
I mean, you spider climbed and you walked right into the combat. Granted, I gave you advantage to get, or disadvantage to hit you.
I climbed into the combat bravely like a spider would.
Well, Ornan, it is your turn. You can disentangle yourself and stand up for half of your movement.
All
You've
right.
got 2 Ventorian Inquisitors who are both looking very rough. The woman now is on death's door. The man is not very far behind her.
I will take my first attack at the woman for a 16 to hit,
That will miss. Splint
and
armor.
I'll strike at her again for a 20 to hit,
That'll hit.
dealing 10 piercing damage.
How does that look as you strike this woman down?
I was planning on doing non-lethal, but I'm losing myself a little, and Ornan just stabs her straight through into the armpit, and where the armor isn't protecting, and then whips the blade out, and just a flash of blood.
Ornan, as you strike this woman down, why don't you roll D6?
I got a 1.
You gain back 2 hit points. Make a wisdom save for me, please.
All right. +0. but I got a 19.
Wisdom save of 19. Very good. You strike this woman down, and you are ready to go. You are ready to fight back against this other Vantorian who is standing on the other side of you.
All right. Well, that was my full turn. So I missed the first
that was
one.
your full turn.
Next. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. That brings us now to Magram. Magram, you are still standing in the hall that heads north, and you can see just the edge of this Vantorian who is still standing. What are you going to do?
I am going to use my action to shoot a Hemexton Venom Dart at him, which requires him to make a DC 15 Wisdom save for some reason.
Well, he failed with a natural 1.
Great. I love that. That means that he will take 14 damage.
Nice.
Necrotic damage.
What does that look like as he gets hit with this dart?
So I think that the dart hits and it's like this. It's like a plunger, right? So it's kind of like a trank dart.
Yeah.
But as it hits, this like black necrosis just like almost eats away at his arm instantly, like he's been hit with some sort of acid, and he screams out and then falls dead or dying on the ground.
He falls down and starts like grabbing at his clawing at his face as you see these black veins start from that point of injection just coursing through his body, and suddenly his screams become kind of gurgled as he dies in this horrible rictus with his fingers starting to clench up as he lies there dead in the hallway. This terrible, terrible sight. And we are going to cue victory music.
Too. Oh yeah. I should say with Hemexton Venom, what the idea is that it opens up his wounds and he actually bleeds more from previous cuts.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We're
all of a sudden, all that
making such a
clotting fails. And so as his fingers tense up into like this claw of death and he bleeds out all over the floor, we are going to cue victory music.
I don't think we'll be able to hide the evidence, everyone. Although I know where there are some towels.
Oh, we could toss him in the bath over there.
What?
Oh, I've heard bodies sink if you put some rocks in them. From the play, you know.
But it's a bath. It's not the lake. It would just turn all the water pink.
Pink?
It would turn the water of the bath pink. Pink with a P.
Pepto pink. Honestly, I think
we should get moving.
Our sneakiness has been cover's been blown.
Yeah, we better get moving here.
Sure. Let's head on down, but
Sylvie, how are you doing?
I've been better. I would say I'm about at a third of my hit points if I had to vibe on it.
All right. I'm going to walk up to her and use a basic medical bandage kit level 2 and heal her for 16. That's much better.
Thank you. I feel so much better. I'm also going to put on that mage armor spell now, so that's going to help.
If you've got any more medical kits, I could sure use one too. Or you could save it for later.
I do, but I might
only suppositories.
I might save my level 2 and I can give you a level 1 medical kit.
Wait, I didn't know suppositories were an option.
Oh, well, let me get those out. Do we have time? Maybe we don't have time. We'll do it another time.
Oh my gosh.
So here's a level 1 medical kit, and I'll use this on him to heal him for 11.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
Hey, Ornan, let me lead, okay?
All right.
I can take some hits as well.
Oh, I'm feeling mighty strong now. I'm ready.
If you're sure.
Well, I'd sure hate your pretty face to get all smashed up like mine.
It's why I wear the visor.
I legit just thought you were going to leave it at, I sure hate your pretty face.
Okay, I'm going to lead the way down the hall.
Yeah, there's the door, the locked door to the right, and then there's the hallway that goes to the left, to the west. You can see that there are these cell doors down here. Now, Ornan and Magram, you would know, having been a part of the Aonan temple before, that these are normally the cells where they would hold their prisoners, but it looks like these have been retrofitted a little bit. One of the doors is open and you can kind of see into it as you walk past, and you can see that it is still a cell. There is still like hay, some straw for them to sleep on. There's a bucket, there's a pillow, but you also see that there are some books and some scrolls and things. It looks like this might be where the Navorian spellcasters make their rooms, sort of a penance for the power that they wield. So you see that these cells have been converted, but at the very end of the hall, there is this staircase that descends down deeper into the earth. And there's the locked door in the other room that you guys are going to just kind of leave alone, it sounds like, which is cool by me.
We need to head to the sub-basement.
That would be the sub-basement, yes.
All right.
All right.
I mean, could she be in the locked room, or do we just keep going down?
They did say sub-basement.
That's what Annelise said, yeah.
I could give it the boot on the way back out.
That sounds good.
Or I could pick it because I'm very good at that.
I think, too, at this point, the swirling ether has subsided.
Okay, I'm just trying to get you guys lined up so I can move you. There you go. Let me turn that off then. And then, okay. Very good. Okay. You guys see the staircase heading down further into the sub-basement, which Annelise had told you is where Evelyn is being held. It looks like we've got Ornan and Guy in the front, and Magram and Sylvie are behind. Is that the marching order that you want to take as you descend down the stairs, if that's what you're doing?
Yes.
That sounds good to
Yeah,
me.
that works.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Bing. As you descend down the stairs, everyone move to the right on the map. You can see yourselves pop up again. You come down into a room. This room is, let's stay right where you're at before you guys start moving. This room is black tile with gold tile work in the center, similar to what you saw upstairs in the main chapel area. Moving to the north, there's this big archway that moves further north. You can see down the hall. It looks like Guy has a pretty good vantage point for where he's standing. You can see down the hall, it looks like there are some torches and some columns down the hall up past the archway. You can see there is a figure of some kind standing close to the archway. And at the far end of the hall, you can see that there is a Navorian spellcaster, the last one who was in the temple. You can see her standing there, watching, looking around the room. It doesn't look like she has spotted you yet as you come down here onto the steps. And I want everyone, as you come down here, to make a perception check.
Guy rolled a 16.
So we rolled a 9.
Ornan got a nat 20.
Yeah,
Nice.
Magram also got a 16.
Finally, somebody besides Paul is rolling well.
Everybody except for Sylvia, as you come down these stairs, you can see that etched into the floor, actually not etched, drawn on the floor, you see some sort of holy symbols have been drawn here. They are drawn in what looks like some kind of chalk or something. But if you want to make an Arcana check, anybody who did spot it, Magram, Ornan, and Guy, this is all happening really, really fast. So we don't have time to point it out to Sylvie. But anybody who wants to make an Arcana check can make that check.
Guy rolled a 15.
Magram got a 21.
Okay. Guy, you sense some kind of protection from this symbol. And Magram, you know that this is a symbol specifically to nullify magical effects. So things like mage armor, things like invisibility, things like this does not negate magical items that are constantly on, but any kind of spell effect that you've put on yourself, moving across this seal will nullify it.
Great use of your mage armor, Sylvie.
I was worried that my backpack was suddenly going to weigh like 200 pounds.
I did do that
Just
one time where there was
you to death.
So real quick, years ago, I played a campaign. Scott was playing in this campaign, and when the heroes moved past this barrier of anti-magic, all of their attuned items became unattuned. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was horrifying.
I went through on D&D Beyond, and I just unattuned other items, and there was like, wait, what's going on? I'm like, yeah, why don't you go look at your items? That was fun.
I will say that to everybody. I'll be like, hold up, quickly on the ground there. That glyph that will eliminate any active spell effects except for those that are part of your equipment.
And with that, we are going to roll initiative. Magram, with your Arcana check of 21, you know that you could probably spend an action to break that chalk outline so that it does not have the effect, but it will take somebody's actual action to do it.
Got it. I'll say that to them as well. If we break the chalk outline and take a moment to do that, it won't work.
Sylvie, you do that feet shuffle thing as you walk sometimes. You might do that.
I can do that.
Like when you're walking on ice, not to slip.
Oh my gosh, I'm doing great with my initiatives.
Or when she keeps casting her shocking grasp, she was saying that she was getting electrostatic.
Yeah, whenever, you're walking on some fuzzy carpet and it could happen to anybody.
All right, we are going to start.
Sylvie, I didn't realize you
this
have a
next-
+6 on your initiative.
Hell yeah, girl. I'm
That's
steamy as
amazing.
hell when I can roll, not...
All right, here is what I will tell you. Let me see what you can see. Okay, everyone can see this Navorian down at the end of the hallway. As you're looking down through this archway, you can see this yellow tile. It goes all the way to the end of this hall. At least it seems like a hall. There's torches on the left and torches on the right. But once you get to the end of the hall, the golden tile makes a 90-degree turn and heads to the east. It turns to the right. So it looks like this room continues on to the right side. But Sylvie, it is your turn with a 26. You get to go first. Remember, crossing over that glyph will negate your mage armor. But from where you're standing, you can see the Navorian spellcaster.
And sorry, where should I aim, the lightning? Wait.
You just aim it right at her.
Okay. Well, I didn't know.
So the glyph won't negate spells being cast over it. It just negates spells that are already cast upon the person.
Oh,
Does that make sense?
I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought
It's
Margaret
not-
was
it's
saying
not
I should aim it at something to get
think
rid
of
of
it.
it.
Think of it like a bath, or like rain, right? Like a spell can go through the rain, but if you walk through the rain, it'll wash off any spells that are on you.
The rain come down. All right. Cool. Well, then I will use my witch bolt, and I will.
Really quick. Witch bolt only has a range of 30 feet.
Oh, how far away
How
are we?
far are we? We are. Oh, we're like 80 feet away.
Oh gosh. Okay. And then this is where the. Okay. So we're gonna have to go through this thing, no matter what.
Or you can spend your action to rub it away.
I think I'd rather do that, to be honest. I would rather clean that away and be able to go through there.
So you move up past Ornan, you scrub away this, you use your entire action, and then where are you going to go? At that point, if you go to that side, I'm just letting you know from view, you will have partial cover. If you move to the other side of the room, then she will not be able to see you at all.
Yeah, but I kind of want to just barge through the door, but I shouldn't do that. So I am going to go to the other side of the room and hang out over there. I'm going to resist the urge.
Okay. All right, Sylvie, that is your turn. Ornan, it is now your turn. You can see that there is somebody standing around the other side of the archway. You can see just kind of their shoulder. You also can see the Navorian spellcaster down at the end of this hall. What are you going to do?
Ornan is going to move up his 30 feet of movement. I can see the corner of one of the wardens right there on the edge.
Yeah.
I'm going to bonus action summon Ephos. And so I'm going to get big.
Bloop.
Nice.
And then I'm just going to start slamming on this guy. We're looking for some prisoners.
Just slam it
Ornan,
with a purple worm.
As you move through, real quick before you start making your attacks,
sorry.
As you move through the archway, you can see now more into this room. You can see that actually what you thought was a hall is actually more like a balcony, and it stretches here on the west side and then again on the north side of this room. It looks like there is a lower section down. You can see that at the far north side of this room. That actually there are some stairs going down. You can't see everything, but you can see that there's torches lit everywhere. This room is very, very well lit. And in the northeast corner, still up on the balcony, you can see what looks like some cages and somebody. It's hard to tell from this distance, but you can see a figure is in one of those cages at that far northeast section of this room. Okay, now go ahead and make your attacks against the warden if that's what you're doing.
Yeah, so my first attack was an 11 to hit.
That will miss.
And my next one is a 17.
That will also miss.
Dang it. Okay.
Oh no.
That will be my turn for now. That will be my turn.
Okay. All right. Let's see. It is now a figure that you cannot see, but Ornan, I'll say from where you are standing, you start to hear some chanting. It sounds like prayer. A voice coming from kind of somewhere off to the right, down in that depression. A voice raised in prayer up to the Aona up on high in
They're
a
already
language
doing
that
the conversion therapy without us.
in a language that you don't understand. That is going to be Archprelate Oswald's turn. It now brings us to the Navorian spellcaster. She is finally going to do it. Suddenly, a bead of red light goes blasting past Ornan and erupts in the middle of this field, this scrubbed out symbol, and there is a fireball, which is 8d6 damage, right? 8d6 or 68?
Ooh,
8d6.
ouch.
8d6. That actually is not too bad. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw. Difficulty 13.
You got a 7.
Ornan got a 6.
Woo, Malcolm got a 19.
Sylvie got a 12.
That is going to be 26 damage. As this one casting of fireball explodes in this tiny room.
I'm not doing
and
well.
actually, the Navorian warden is going to take some of that as well. Actually going to take all of it, as he is standing a little too close as well. That is going to be 26 damage to him. And that is her turn. Mogram, it is your turn now.
Yikes. Okay. We are gonna do. Oh gosh. Sorry, that threw me off a little bit there, bud. I think what I'm gonna do is, Sylvie, you're probably really rough right now.
I am so rough. Literally hanging on by a thread.
Oh man.
I'm gonna run up to you and use my basic bandage kit on you, and heal you for only 7.
You've still been my hero tonight.
And then a hero comes along.
Do you guys have any, like, healing potions and stuff too?
Hero, baby.
Yeah, I was gonna pop a healing potion here next round, so.
We need a
I
hero.
can see on the map. I can still see Pranciful is outside with Guardenia.
Yeah, I have vision out front.
Pranciful. Okay. All right, Mogram, is that your whole turn?
I think that's gonna be it for me. Yeah.
That is now going to be this Navorian warden's turn, who is going to come crashing into our enlarged Ornan friend. That is going to be 2 attacks at you. And that is going to be, a 24 or an 11. The 24 is going to hit.
Yep.
So you are going to take 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
So 5. And you're going to take an additional 3 fire damage.
Ow.
That's magic.
Yeah, that hurts.
Okay.
Single digits, but I'm still standing, baby.
Oh my gosh, we are so dead.
God. You guys are in such
really stressing,
rough
dude.
shape. Holy cow. Okay. That is going to be Guy. Guy, it is your turn.
Okay, I gotta get out of this kill box. So I'm going to use my bonus action to pass between to the other side of Ornan.
Okay.
So now I can see kind of out into the hallway.
Yeah, you can see down even further. You can see as you gaze over to the right side into this kind of depression area, you see there are these large statues of Aona on the north and on the south side of this kind of depression area. In the center, there is some kind of a curtained off circle in the middle of the room, but you can see coming up in the center of the curtains, over the top of these curtains, you can see this big stone hand reaching up towards the sky. This stone hand is massive. massive. It is like some kind of statue, but there is fire and stuff flickering around it. Like there is this massive brazier or something in there that this stone arm is coming out of. This is some kind of holy symbol of Aona, kind of the I mean, to use a term from the Bible, like the holy of holies of this temple to Aona, where this ultimate symbol of Aona, a hand reaching up out of the cleansing fire, where it is depicted. You cannot see Archprelate Oswald, but you can hear him chanting. He appears to be within that ring of curtains.
Okay. I am going to invoke the void.
Okay.
Right around the Navorian spellcaster.
Okay.
So it's a 20-foot radius sphere, and just centered right on her.
20-foot radius?
Yeah. And
that's huge.
I'm trying to remember how this spell works. Give me 1 second.
No problem. That is massive.
When she starts her turn in that area, she will take 2d6 cold damage, and if she's still in it at the end of her turn, she'll take an additional 2d6 acid damage.
And it's
all difficult terrain.
And she cannot see.
And she can't see.
Oh, that's powerful.
I'm trying to lock her down.
Let me see what let me see if she's got a specific spell. Oh my goodness, she does not. Okay.
Plus, I think I positioned myself, it's 60 foot. Oh, let's see. Am I too close? I was trying to measure it out. I was trying to stay out of. No, I'm way too close. Never mind. I was trying to stay out of counterspell range.
All right. That now brings us to Sylvie, back up at the top of the round. Sylvie, you are standing there next to Magram, looking much the worse for wear. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, your girl is gonna pop a potion.
All right.
And is gonna hope that does something for her. Let's see. That is 9. Okay. All right, we're back up into double digits, so everything's good.
Oh, good. Yeah, we're totally set.
All right,
yeah,
solid. So
you guys are golden.
Let's roll back out. All right, no, she's going to take a step up towards that door, but still kind of stay behind Ornan, and is going to cast, what is it? Sylvie's Snowball Swarm.
Okay. So there's this big black, like roiling mass where the Navorian spellcaster was. So who are you casting this at?
I was kind of going to just try to throw it in the middle of there. I think it has like a 5-foot radius.
5-foot radius.
So I was just kind of hoping I could just throw it close enough to her that it would harass her.
Well, it's not a 5-foot. It's a 5-foot area of effect, not just a 5-foot radius. I think it's actually just 5 feet, right? Am I reading that wrong?
In a 5-foot sphere centered on that point, I guess.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to do, because you cannot see where she is, but you had seen where she was before, I want you to make a luck check with advantage, and just one of them has to be an even. Just roll 2 dice, and one of them has to be even.
All right. Let's see. All right. I got 14 and a 5.
Okay, so the 14, that's even, so you do remember exactly where she is. And does she get to she makes a dexterity saving throw, difficulty 15. She rolled a natural 20, but with disadvantage because she can't see what's coming at her. And then she failed it with a 3. She's going to take full damage. How much damage is that?
12.
12 cold damage. Very nice. Okay. All right, Ornan, it's your turn. You've got this Navorian warden in front of you who has taken some damage, but only from his charge.
Ornan's going to move north around the guy just a little bit and take his attacks.
Okay.
The first one is a 24 to hit.
Nice.
Okay, that will hit, yes.
Dealing 13 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then Ephos is going to bite him for 4 damage, so 17 on that first hit.
Very good. He's looking rough. He is bleeding.
Okay. Then I'm going to attack with my second attack. 16 to hit.
That will miss. This guy has splint armor, but he's also got a shield.
I am going to, since things are looking pretty rough, I'm going to spin the shaft, or spin the hilt, I guess, because I'm using a short sword right now, and attack 2 more times.
You're going to do an underhanded grip like a ninja.
Yeah, that's right.
For a
sideways grip like a gangster.
A 23 to hit on that first one.
That'll hit.
For another 13 damage.
Nice.
This guy's looking rough.
Evil only bites once per turn, and then
Okay.
17 on the second one.
That will miss.
Dang it. Okay, well,
Okay.
that's my turn.
Okay. Your turn is up. This brings us now to Archprelate Oswald. Guy and Ornan, you guys are both in this main chamber. You can hear his voice more clearly. Both of you make perception checks.
Oh, I forgot to say I was going to drink a potion.
Oh, for your bonus action? Yeah, go for it.
Heal myself back. It's 8 hit points.
Nice. Okay, Ornan and Guy make perception checks as you can still hear Archprelate Oswald.
17 for perception for Guy.
Ornan also got a 17.
You hear his voice rising in pitch, and you would assume it almost sounds like panic or fear or adrenaline. Something is coursing through his body.
Oh dear.
No. No, it seems that he is getting more and more worried as to what is going on here in this chamber deep beneath the Temple of Aona. And that brings us now to the Navorian spellcaster. So she takes how much damage here initially?
She takes 9 cold damage at the start of her turn.
9 cold damage. And then she has to try to move.
If she's still within the darkness, then she'll take another 10 acid damage at the end of her turn, and it's difficult terrain.
Okay, so she made her move. She is still within it. Now she has to decide if she wants to do a spell or if she wants to get out of the thing. She is going to cast a spell, and no one can see what she is actually doing. But how much damage does she take then if she stays in it?
10 acid damage.
10 acid damage? Ooh, that may have been a bad choice. How much of it? Oh my gosh, 10 acid. All right, she cast a spell, and the void, this space around her, continues to roil, and nobody can see inside as to what is going on. Mogram, it is your turn. What are you going to do? You're back here still in the antechamber.
So I will move the. So I'm going to move the 10 feet into the entrance, and then I'll move the other, like another. Let's go 15 feet over to here.
Okay. Avoiding the warden.
Yeah, avoiding the warden. Oh, so we can't see what's in there, right?
Correct. That you just see this big kind of mass of like almost like, didn't you describe it as like oily, like liquid?
Yeah, it's like this almost like it's like solid black smoke with like these flashes of violet like lightning through like a cloud.
Got it. And remind me, how much damage has this near the warden closer to us taken?
You see that he is looking very rough.
Okay. I'll pump a Hemextin Venom dart at that guy.
Okay. So he has to make a save.
Yeah, DC 15 Wisdom.
He rolled a natural 20.
Okay, so he won't take any damage then. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do from a bonus action standpoint that makes sense. I think at this point I won't do anything. I'm just going to hold for now.
Mogram, as you enter into this main chamber, you can hear Archprelate Oswald chanting as well, and I'm pretty sure you understand what he is saying. What languages do you speak?
I speak Abyssal, Celestial, Common, and Infernal.
Oh gosh.
In Celestial, you hear Archprelate Oswald calling up to the heavens, saying, Aona, your temple is under besiege. They have come to unhollow this place.
Under besiege isn't a word, isn't a term.
They have,
Try again.
it's a word in Celestial. That's why they have a different syntax. Their sentence structure is different. Now you hear Archprelate Oswald calling out. He says, Aona, your people are in need. Your temple is besieged. I give my life to you freely to protect this place. And that is what you hear calling out from the central kind of curtained off area. Again, all you see is this massive stone hand reaching up out of flames. All of you can now also see further into the room. You can see that northwest corner. You do see a figure lying down in one of these barred off cells. And if that is your whole turn, Mogram, it is now the Navorian Warden's turn.
Can we pause for just a second? I mean, go back to me.
Yes.
Something important just happened in Guy's life. This is the first time that Guy has ever taken a human life.
But you don't know it yet.
And I could because of my warlock ability.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
Is it cool if I do some things here really quick?
Go for it, yeah. You feel the life essence of this Navorian spellcaster. You feel it leave this mortal coil.
And as I do, I also feel some spiritual force connected to me, more specifically kind of pulling at the book that I've been casting my spells from on my person. And I will drop concentration on that inky void as a spirit, a ghost of a very finely dressed woman appears over the top of the slain Navorian.
Yes.
Love ghostly ladies.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me do this then real quick.
And this woman appears to be elven or half elven. Again, very finely dressed, like almost like she would be going to a fancy ball, but the clothes look dated. And she appears floating over that body, looking right into Guy's soul.
You now have control of this ethereal, ghostly woman. But it is the Navorian Warden's turn. The Navorian Warden is going to strike out at Big Man Ornan 2 times with his longsword. And that is going to be a 14 or a 10.
Those will both miss.
And looking around, seeing this apparition form over his charge, he calls out, "Blasphemy!" And you can hear Archprelate Oswald respond to that, and his voice rises again in tenor and in decibels. Guy, it is your turn.
Okay, just a second. I'm adding a specter to my list of things that I can control, my pets. Okay. I'm trying to figure out, when does my specter move? Is it right after me? I'm so sorry. This is a new ability.
Never apologize for summoning ghostly ladies.
Yeah, I need to roll initiative for her. So, do I have control of her? Let me quickly roll initiative for her.
Actually, speaking of, do we have a token for this lady?
Right now, we just have this generic specter.
All right, so her initiative now is, a 19. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is, how far down is it to the floor, the level below?
It looks like it's a good ways down. It's probably like 15 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and 5, 10, 15 move up to the edge of the balcony. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to use my second pass between of the day.
Okay.
To move 30 feet down to the curtained off area.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can see these curtains are like gold and black alternating. They're held up by these fancy like golden like curtain rods that are like embedded directly down into the ground. As you approach, you can feel the heat coming off of whatever is going on in the center of this chamber. But the curtains don't look like they're any kind of magic. They just look like cloth curtains. You could probably just cut them down if you wanted to.
I think I'd rather blow them up. So I'm going to take, I still have 15 feet of movement. I'm going to take 5-step movement into the curtain, like past the curtain.
As you pull the curtain aside and you step inside, you see that you are standing right on the edge of this massive brazier. There is flame coming up off it. There are these hot coals underneath. You can see this like gray stone hand reaching up into the air. It looks like either the hand is reaching up for help or it's clawing its way out of the ground. Like either it's hard to tell what the what the actual position of the hand is, whether it's one of supplication or whether it's one of like aggression. But you can see on the north side of this brazier, you see Archprelate Oswald, this gray-haired man, white beard. You've seen him multiple times. He was the one who was speaking out in the Cinder Square when Jelowin was burned, and he is standing at the north side of this brazier, and he is chanting and praying and looking up at the sky, and he sees you enter in. And what are you going to do?
I just realized I'm out of spell slots.
That's incredible.
I was going to run up to him and then thunderstep away, but I'm out of spell slots because I'm a warlock and I have 2.
Literally the most classic warlock ever.
I'm going to go ahead and just throw some arcane burn. I'm going to yell out and I'm going to say, cease your prayers. You've been burning innocents and now you'll pay. And I will cast Arcane Burst. Ruptis. The first one is Nat 1, so the blue orb misses. But the second, the Amber Crow, is a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
For 12 force damage.
Nice. He takes it in the chest.
Then I'm going to back out another 5 feet. So let me go, Ricker. How do I get in here? Yeah, 5 feet.
I moved you past the curtain. You can't move through the line, but if you cut it down, I can start taking pieces of it down. But
I don't have an edged weapon on me. So then I'm going to. I have 5 more feet, so I'm going to move 5 feet back and away.
Okay.
Just putting some distance between me and him, and maybe not going in a straight line, so he doesn't know which way I went when I came out of the curtain.
Okay.
And then I'll say, he's alone in there.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Back up to the top of the round. Sylvia, it is your turn. What are you going to do? There is still this Navorian warden. It is standing here looking very hurt, about the same as he was last time you...
Nice. Sylvia's going to finally step out of the little box room and is going to cast a 3rd level bitch bolt at this dude since we're pretty close, and that is a 16 to hit.
That will miss. His AC is 19.
Wow.
Yeah. Splint armor and a shield.
Sucks. All right. I'm hanging around. He's just doing what he's doing, I guess.
All right, Ornan, it's your turn.
Ornan will keep on trying to fight this same guy.
Okay.
The first one is a 27 to hit.
That will hit.
Nice.
For 11 piercing damage.
What does that look like as you take this warden down?
Ornan just finds a gap in the armor, kind of weaves around, parrying, and, just stabs right into him. And again, pulls the blade out with just like a spray of a lot of blood.
Okay.
Sorry, is the curtain thing down a level and forward? Okay.
Yeah, so it's like 15 feet down. So if you look here, you're standing on this balcony. The balcony goes on the west side of the room and the north side of the room. It turns around and it turns at the top and goes around the north. There are stairs that lead down into this lower chamber on the north side, which is also where you see the cells are. These cells are built into the wall on the northeast corner. But down here below in this lower chamber, you see 2 massive statues of Aona, each holding flames in both hands, and then all around the room you see these smaller depictions of Aona. It's like the same repeating statue over and over again. You also see that there's these like basins that are built up next to the wall. It looks like some kind of ceremony, like washing, potentially like these basins for washing your hands or whatever. But in the very center of the room, you have this curtained off area and this hand reaching up out of flame in the center of it.
Ornan, I'm going to run 30 feet down the hall. So I think I can get to right about the corner where it's turning to the right. And I think I can see, I haven't met the person, but I'm pretty sure the woman in the cage matches the description of
Evelyn.
As you get closer, you see that there is a young, probably 16, 17-year-old tiefling girl in a purple dress. Her hair is like loose, kind of matted to her face with sweat and tears as she is huddled back in the corner of her cell as she sees a very large gnome come bursting around the corner.
Well, technically, he's not large. It's the ethos around him.
With this giant purple worm thing floating around
That's
him.
even worse.
That's a little scarier. Yeah. Ornan, that is your
covered in
turn.
blood, though, just like dripping from everywhere.
Yeah. All right. That brings us now
But he's
to
grinning broadly, so that's got to be, settling somehow.
I bonked him. That brings us now
Bonking
to
with pointed things doesn't work so great.
well. That brings us now to this spectral woman.
All right. Seeing that Guy went and engaged somebody in the curtain, and again, being ever focused on him, she's going to fly down 50 feet into the curtain.
Okay.
Just through everything and come right to the Archprelate.
Okay. She's gonna make an attack.
She's going to make an attack. Yeah, she's got this draining touch, life drain.
Okay.
A 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
For only 4.
Okay.
3d10.
Ooh.
She rolled a 2, a 1, and a 1.
Constitution 10. His maximum hit points are decreased by 4.
Nice.
That's her turn.
Does he have to make like a concentration check? Is he doing something?
It looks like he is, well, you can't tell what he's doing. His voice is raised up on high, and it is now his turn. Everyone hears him start to call out and almost scream to the heavens. The only one who understands is Magram. As Magram, you hear Archprelate say, Aona, I give my life for you and for these your servants. Nobody can see what happens. The specter does. As Archprelate Oswald throws himself into the flame, there is this massive flash of fire and flame as the curtains all erupt and are vaporized.
Jeez.
The curtains disappear in a flash. Let's see here. Guy, you are far enough away. Your specter does need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is only a 5.
It takes 11 fire damage.
Resistant to fire.
Oh, there you go. As suddenly Archprelate Oswald's body disappears into the flames of this brazier, as the curtains disappear, suddenly you see the fire rise up, and in the palm of the hand, there is like a ball of fire forms very, very quickly, flash, and then it pops, kind of flashes away out of existence, and standing on the palm of this statue, this hand, you see a figure on a horse. The horse is black. It has armor on it. It has flames on its feet. It has the flames kind of licking out underneath the armor. The figure sitting on the back is armored in what looks like plate armor. The armor is black, but not black like necessarily like evil black, but like scorched and burnt armor. You see flames behind the visor of the helmet, flames rising up off of the shoulders of this figure, and these large white angelic wings protrude out of the back of this figure riding the horse. And the Aonan protector has entered the battle as Archprelate Oswald has given his life.
Whoops.
Oops.
That is now Magram's turn.
Oh, man. Okay.
Holy, oh my goodness.
Shoot. All right. Well, Magram's going to run up 10 or so feet. And can I move like an extra 5 and just say that I'm like pushed up right against the rail of that?
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, there's a railing there in between those columns for sure.
So I'm going to move up the 15 feet to be there. Let me measure that distance here. So I am 40 feet-ish from the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me have a measure of... All right, I'm going to huck a white phosphorus capsule at it.
Okay.
He'll need to make a DC 15 dex save.
He fails.
Eat urine!
And how much damage does he take, and what kind of damage?
He got some in his mouth.
It would be 9 radiant damage.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, he is resistant. He will take 4 radiant damage.
Okay, I figured that'd be the case, but I wanted to, process of elimination. It's okay, we're moving through. Okay.
All right.
All right, that's it for my action, I think I am going to, with my bonus action, I think I'm going to call forth the Hinky Punk.
Oh, okay.
And drop that right next to Guy.
All right.
And I think with that is my turn. I guess, because he can't now move. He could attack if he were close enough, but he can't.
Correct.
You're the only one who's close enough to me. And Guy's not sure he's not going to attack him, That Hinky Punk.
All right, well, Guy, that is your turn now, Guy. What are you going to do?
Guy is going to move its full 30 feet around the room, heading north and east up toward the cage. I guess the stairs are this way.
Yeah, there's stairs on the. There's two sets of stairs, but yeah.
Kind of try to meet up with Ornan potentially, and as I go, I'm going to my bonus action. I will drink my potion.
Okay.
The only one I have. What is that? So I heal 7 damage.
Okay,
nice. And then I'm going to shoot some arcane bursts at this new arrival. First is the orb. That's only a 10 to hit.
That will miss.
Second is the Amber Crow. That's a 19.
That'll hit.
For 10 force damage.
Force damage seems to be effective. All right,
okay.
Guy, your turn is up. Sylvie, it's your turn.
Okay.
You can see this armored figure on this black horse with these white, beautiful wings unfurled behind it.
Okay, so I will just get up closer to this gate then, and I will just cast a 2nd level Snowball Swarm again.
Okay.
And so that is a Dex 15.
With a natural 20, so going to take half damage.
Oh my gosh. Stop rolling like that.
I'm sorry.
I don't think you are.
Oh man.
My God!
So 4 damage, halved to 2, and then halved again for resistance down to 1.
All right, I got him, guys.
Okay,
we're making progress.
Nailed it.
We're on a roll.
Did it.
Ornan, that's your turn. Oh my gosh, you guys. Ornan, you're up.
Ornan is gonna run down the hall 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then continue moving. I guess I'll move this time. I can get to the very top of the stairs, and I'm gonna drink my last potion, and then that will be my turn.
All right. Okay. And now that brings us to the spectral woman.
Getting me 6 hit points back.
All right, this Spectre is going to do another life drain attack. That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, come on, big money. It's necrotic damage. 16 necrotic damage.
16 necrotic damage. This thing is not
Finally.
resistant to necrotic damage.
Nice.
Okay. Dexterity save 10.
Or Constitution
natural
save
14.
10. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Constitution save 10. Okay. So no, does not take the permanent life damage, but a big hit from Spooky Lady. All right. And that now brings us to the Aonan Protector. The Aonan Protector is here being attacked by this spirit. This horse warrior has 3 attacks. They have a sword in one hand, a spear in the other, and then the horse can attack with hooves. First is the sword coming down at the specter. That is going to be only a 10.
That will miss.
Then the horse lashes out with some hooves, and that is going to be a 23.
Definitely hits.
That is going to be 14 damage.
Okay, she's still standing.
Okay. And then, oh my gosh. Then the spear comes lash. Oh, and also, make a DC 16 strength saving throw, please, for the Spectre.
Oh, okay.
I think it still has the effect.
That's 9.
So she's knocked prone?
I think she's immune to prone. Let me see. Immune to prone, yeah.
Oh, not prone then. Okay, never mind. Well, that was fun anyway. Okay, and then here comes the spear attack, which is, oh my gosh, only going to be a 10.
That misses. Her AC's 12.
And with that,
let's go.
This horse leaps off of the palm of the statue and lands on the other side of the specter without leaving her threat range, but coming towards Guy. Guy, you get the distinct impression that even though it is still 10 feet from you, it can definitely hit you from here. All right.
Oh, great.
Magram, it is your turn.
All right, guys. Man, I'm trying to figure out what's going to be the best thing to do here.
Steal its soul.
If I were closer, there might be more I could try. Okay, I'm just going to try to do some damage. So we'll go ahead and launch a Hemexin Venom Dart at this guy.
Okay.
So a DC 15 Wisdom save.
That is going to fail.
Nice. Okay. So he will take 18 necrotic damage.
Nice.
18 necrotic.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is huge.
Almost as good as my rolls.
Love it. And then I'll have Hinky Punk come up and make some attacks as well.
You guys, this Aonan Protector is, you see pieces of armor starting to fall off, and you can see like flame licking out of different areas on this angel's body.
And the Hinky Punk tried to wispily grab at it and only got a 2 to hit.
That
Or, I'm
will
sorry,
miss.
a 9 to hit.
Well, that will miss. All right, Guy, it is your turn. This Aonan Protector is getting really close to you.
Yeah. I'm going to take a few Ruptis, I say. The first one's a 20 to hit. Dirty
That'll
20.
hit.
For 10 force damage.
Okay.
And the second, the Amber Crow, is a 26 to hit.
That will hit.
For 13 force damage.
Holy cow, you guys. This angel is falling apart.
Yes,
you see that armor falls away. You see that the figure underneath does not have necessarily like a physical form. It is like a being made of fire. Like the only physical form that is actually real are the wings on its back. Anything else you want to do, Guy?
I'm just going to move a little bit more to the east, staying within its range, but just giving room for Ornan if he can make it down the stairs to engage.
Perfect. All right. Sylvie, what are you going to do? You're still up on the balcony looking out over this angelic horseman.
All right, I think at this point I am within 30 feet, so I can finally cast my bitch bolt.
Nice.
Finally. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh my gosh. That's a 12 to hit.
That's going to miss. Oh, that's going to miss.
I think I'm just gonna is there like an ability where I can just throw myself into this lava here? Because that is really what I want to do. Cool. I'm just gonna hang out.
Okay. All right. We're back to Ornan. Ornan, you're at the top of the stairs. You can see that down at the bottom of the stairs, relatively close, is this Aonan Protector, this angel.
All right, Ornan's going to run down the stairs for most of his movement to get right up to him, and I'm going to attack, see if I can't do some damage.
Okay.
10 to hit for my first one.
That will miss.
And then my second one is a 21 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
For 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then Ephos is going to bite for 6 damage, so 12 total so far. And then I'm going to come at him with
14.
14, sorry. And then I'm going to come at him with my skeletal brand. So my left hand skeletal arm is going to hit him for 2d6 fire, and he has to make a DC 14 strength saving throw or be restrained.
He makes it with a 17.
I hit him for another 4 damage, so that'll be 18 total.
So the fire damage is halved to 2.
Cool.
Okay.
That's my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. We have the Spectre, who is the last thing before the Aonan Protector gets to go again. So what is the Spectre going to do?
The same thing the Spectres do. That's only a 10 to hit. Dang it.
That will miss. And that brings us now to the Aonan Protector. The Aonan Protector looks at the Spectre and almost just kind of waves it off as it turns towards the real threat, Ornan. Ornan, you have 3 attacks coming your way. First, with a sword, is going to be a 15.
That will miss.
Second, as the hooves lash out at you, that will be a 26.
Okay, that hits.
That is going to be 2d6 plus 5. That is going to be 14 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
I need you
magical
to make...
or non-magical?
Non-magical.
Okay.
I need you to make a strength saving throw, difficulty 16.
Okay.
This is your bread and butter, man. You got this.
Oh my gosh. Ornan got a 10. I rolled a 3.
Oh my
You
gosh.
are knocked prone as the spear comes at you with advantage.
All right, here we go.
That's going to be a 24 to hit.
That will hit.
And that is going to be 2d10 plus 5, 17 slashing damage. Non-magical.
Ornan is down.
No. Oh,
And
dang
you
it.
shrink when that happens too, right? Or does Ethos go away?
It's not concentration. It just says you gain these benefits for a minute.
Okay, so then they're still there. You're still surrounded by Ethos. As the Aona Protector moves again towards Guy.
It moved. Oh, did it move out of the Spectre's threat range?
I think it did, actually, yes.
Come on, Spectre.
Spectre
That's only a
woman.
6.
That is going to miss. All right. Magram, it is your turn. You have one of your allies is down as this angel is coming for Guy. You see that this being is now more fire than armor.
All right. Seeing Ornan go down, Magram yells out, "Hang on, Ornan, I've got you!" And a dart comes sailing through the air and plunking into Ornan.
Just a big arc.
I love it.
Perfectly aimed.
Like a massive lawn dart.
Yeah, exactly. And because of my my emergency resuscitation expertise, this will do maximum healing, so he will be healed for 8 hit points.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, good.
So that was my bonus action, analgesic dart, and then I will use my action to use another Hemexton Venom dart against that guy. So another DC 15 Wisdom save.
That's only a 9, actually.
Okay, come on. Only 6 damage this time of necrotic damage.
So 6 necrotic damage. So if my math is correct, you guys have dealt 94 damage to this Aeonan Protector. This Aeonan Protector has 94 hit points. Magram, what does it look like
You're so
as
welcome
you...
for that 1 point. I don't know if Paul's lying or not, but I'm going to choose to believe it's true.
It's true.
100%
It's true.
true.
Sylvie is the MVP.
Okay, Magram, what does that look like as you strike out and hit this angel that has been fighting your friends, and it seems to be fueled by fire? As the armor falls away, the horse loses its substantial, its substance, as it becomes more and more wispy and more smoke-like. What happens, Magram?
You know, I imagine this thing is just imposing and terrifying, and, cue the choir singing in Latin kind of thing. And this teeny little dart comes sailing through the air and plinks into it, and it's like, no, as it just starts to crumble and burst and destabilize.
In slow motion as the choir girls sing, "Thou shalt not kill."
And we are going to cue victory music. As the Aeonan Protector falls to the ground, the armor hitting the ground, the horse disappears, the wings hit the ground covered in blood, the armor turns into smoke and vapor, the fire goes out, and there are just these 2 bloody wings left on the ground. The fire in the brazier with this massive palm, this massive hand reaching up towards the heavens.
Kind of flipping us off too, by the way.
The fire goes out instantly, just poof, and the hand cracks as Pinky and Ring Finger fall into the now, I'm not going to say cold, but dead brazier. As Wilhelm and Associates, as you gather yourselves after this intense fight, you look over towards the cells and you see this poor, innocent young woman, Evelyn Goddard, this tiefling woman who her only crime was being able to access arcane power. You move over towards her cell as she cowers from you. Ornan, because you guys don't have the key, I'm going to have you make a roll for the key to the city for me, please.
Oh, man.
Roll a d20.
13.
The lock explodes. The door flies open. Evelyn looks up at you as you say, Come with me if you want to live.
Get to the chopper.
She looks at you and says, Did my mother send you?
Of course, and we couldn't readily let you burn, so let's get on out of here.
Plus, we've already accepted the horses and dogs.
You take her by the hand as you move back through the carnage of the temple. This ethereal, ghostly woman, she flies over to you, Guy, as you can see her form becoming less and less substantial. It's kind of hard to see as she is smoky and vaporous, kind of. But Guy, it looks as if she's reaching out towards you. Her mouth is moving, but no sound comes out. You see a look of almost frustration that you can't understand her as she reaches towards you, trying to communicate something before she vanishes. As you then all turn and head up the stairs back into the basement of the Temple of Aona, past the dead Vantorians, past the ceremonial bathing chamber, and up through the storage area, back out into the main area of the temple, you can see the hallway that you entered into. You see still these Hemnolite temple clerics or acolytes are there waiting for something to happen. It seems like everything that happened in the basement was down too far for them to actually hear what was going on. Except for they are still looking at each other and they seem to be talking about something. And as you move through the temple, it seems that something happened up here, but you don't take the time to figure out what it was as you quickly leave again through the eastern door and back out into the city and out towards the northeast gate where your horses and dogs are waiting. As you get out of the city and into the small village called Bonner's Row, you can see that there is a small little tavern there. Not much. You guys have never actually stopped in Bonner's Row at all. But there's this small little tavern, and sitting out in front, you see tied to the picket, the fence post out there, you see 3 horses and 2 dogs. You also see a dwarven druid is standing out there as well with a pack on her back. As you approach, you see Winston and Zephyr and Lillian are all there as Zephyr rushes forward and grabs Evelyn and gives her a big hug.
As we find them, as we reach them, I think we should tell Zephyr and Evelyn about Ryla, right? Heading back toward Beregrad, and that her family might be able to travel with them to safety.
Yeah, and Sylvie would kind of start to tell them, like, as we're heading out of the city and getting safer, start telling them about the hive and, kind of explaining things.
Okay, very good. Yeah, you tell them of Ryla and where to meet her, and heading back towards Beregrad, as that is the only way that Sylvie knows to get to the hive is back through Beregrad, the opposite way that you guys are going now. Well, not quite the opposite, but still not the same direction. As Zephyr and Evelyn hold each other and cry, they cover up with cloaks and they sneak back into the city to go try to find their mother and try to find Ryla to get out of here. You see Winston shakes your hands and, he's got tears on his cheeks and a big smile. And he says, I didn't think you could do it. I hoped, but I thought for sure it was a lost cause. Thank you so much. As he then turns and heads back into the city. And Lillian looks over at Magram, raises one eyebrow and says, you surprised me. As she turns around and saunters away. As Guy and Ornan, Magram, and Sylvie, as you mount up on your horses with all of your gear from the Oaken Throne, ready to go, and head out onto the road to leave this city behind. Guy, as you guys start to leave Bonner's Row in the dark, wet night, the rain pouring down, you hear a message in your head and you recognize the voice of Annelise. And it says, Ross, I've left the temple, but I hear you were successful. Where shall I meet you so we may travel together?
I'll respond, your boss summoned an angel and tried to kill us. He died in the act. I'm not sure you want to come where we're going.
With her last 3rd level spell slot, you get another message. Ross, Aona has guided us to each other. Don't throw this gift away. I have sacrificed all. Don't leave me out. What do you say?
Guys.
Man, she really wants to come with us.
I was gonna say, let's do it, man. Roll the dice.
She's on thin ice, though.
I will say, I'll just say, Bonner's Row, hurry.
As you slowly plod along the road that goes through Bonner's Row and then out into the night, after about 7 or 8 minutes, you hear pounding up the road behind you, leaving the city of Redlum, a horse, and on it a figure cloaked in a thick woolen cloak, but flapping behind as you see this armored figure in chain mail with a shield on her back and a mace at her hip. You see Prelate Annelise ride up to join your party of 5 and become 6. As you venture out into the night towards whatever comes next, that is where we are going to stop for tonight.
Whew. Oh my goodness.
Dude, I love it.
All right, you guys.
I feel like Paul was talking us into taking this. I'm sus.
So I don't know if it's going to make it into the episode, but we had a little conversation about Baldur's Gate 3 and about how none of those people trust each other either, and they still seem to hang out.
Yeah, we share our own tadpoles.
That is true, actually. That's really funny.
Yeah. So, hey guys, well, thank you for playing. At this point, as we move into kind of the next section of the campaign, leaving Redlum behind, we're going to do something a little different for the next 4 weeks. Paul, I am going to take a little vacation.
Much deserved vacation.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we are going to hear from each of our players who are going to take a turn telling a tale of Via Severia. And so we will see how those go for the next few weeks. And then in 5 weeks, I will be back and we will continue on with the main adventure. But until we get together next time, we hope you have a great time.